All right. So just wanted a quick overview for those of you who are interested in watching. I actually don't think a lot of people are probably going to be super interested in this video, but what the heck, why not? So I set up some logic in my DX18 so that I can have the landing lights come on with the flap switches. Tom and Flyer OKC both have that set up, and I really think that's actually really nice because then I'm extending flaps. The airplane's low to the ground in a slow speed situation. You don't really want to be fiddling with switches too much, so it would be nice to have the landing lights come on with the flaps. So, but I also want individual control because I'm a control freak. So anyways, so like I showed in the last video, the beacon comes on with the, I've got this optical kill switch hooked up to the receiver, and the beacon comes on with that. And then the light switch, which is right here, the light control switch, I guess we can call it. And I'm sorry for the out of focus situation here. Try to get it to focus better. I think the light is screwing up the autofocus. Anyways, the strobes come on at the first setting, landing lights, and then all that turns off. Now I've got also set up now, and obviously when the landing lights come on, the housings extend as well. The first setting of flaps, landing lights come on, and the strobes as well, because now normally I'm going to be flying around in this configuration with the light switch with strobes on, so they're already going to be on. But the electrodynamics controller is a linear thing. It doesn't allow you to just send individual discrete signals. It's like okay, this switch position turns this light on, and then that light plus this light, that light, those lights plus this light. So it's not, you can't just jump to the landing lights. You have to go strobes on, landing lights on as well, which I understand. I mean, it's cool. It's kind of a bummer. I'm half tempted to take all the lights and plug them into the X Plus module, and then with individual switches and a power supply so that I can actually individually control the lights. That would be pretty involved. It would give me the ability to use the sequencer in the DX18. I could have the beacon do beep, 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 like that kind of flashing, and the strobes could have a different flash sequence using the sequencer in the DX18. It's pretty powerful, but I'm actually not really in the mood to deal with all that. Plus I paid like $40 for the three-way switching light controller, so I'm going to use it. Let's see here. So anyways, flaps are down, landing lights are on, flaps back up, landing lights turn off, and that's that. And the housings also extend. First flap setting has housing, landing light housings extend, and then and they obviously stay down for that. Now on the radio, if any of you are interested, I don't know if any of you are, but I kind of geek out on this stuff. So took me 7 individual mixes to get this all working, and I think there's probably a better way to do it, but I'm not super proficient with efficient mixing. And I also have the Free Sky Tyrannus transmitter, which is, I can't say enough good things about it. It's phenomenal, and really the only reason I'm using the DX18 on this one is because I wanted to play with X Plus and learn it, and I find the mixing on the Spectrum stuff to be a little more intuitive, albeit somewhat more limited than the Tyrannus. The Tyrannus is just completely unlimited, and there's plenty of rope there to hang yourself with if you screw something up. But it takes me right now a little more time to get things working on the Tyrannus. But once I get them, I just can't say enough. It's an awesome radio. But I love Spectrum as well. I'm not a fanboy by any sense of the imagination or any whatever. So I would probably have one of each brand of radio if I could, money permitting, because I love radios and programming. It's fun. So anyways, using combo switches on the DX18, very cool stuff here. It's a logical relation. So on my lighting switch, I can you can see that's switch 1, switch D. So setting number 2, this is the landing light mix. Sends the landing light channel to 150%, which is what turns on the landing lights. Also, if I switch the flap switch, which is switch E, to the first setting, that also sends that channel to 150, and I get my landing lights. So that's an OR relation, which is nice. And then to keep things where they need to be as far as the housing stowed and all of that, I've got this other relation down here. Let's see here. Oh, this is the one I wanted to show you. Yeah, that's right. So this is the relation, this is the mix that is the opposite that keeps the landing light stowed. And this is an AND relation. So basically both of these conditions have to be met for it to be active. And what this does is if I switch my landing light to the strobes, I don't want the housings to come out. And this is actually controlling the housings, not the lights themselves. But anyways, I am starting to get pretty involved here on this video, and that's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so like I said, really enjoy this stuff, and the DX18, phenomenal radio, extremely capable. I've been really impressed with X Plus so far. The only thing I did notice is that on the X Plus channels, you only have 512. I don't know what the term is, it microseconds of resolution. Anyways, you have 512 steps, and when you slow things down, like I did with the housings, so they come out in a scale manner, you see those steps, which is fine, because I'm thinking, it's a good chance that an airplane that old, the Stinson, probably didn't have extremely smooth actuators, however they actuated those landing light housings. So it probably, maybe it's more scaled to have it a little bit stepped coming out of the wing. But that's the only thing I did notice. But Spectrum does make clear that the X Plus channels are not to be used for flight controls, or to be used for exactly what I'm using them for. So anyways, if you did watch this video, I hope it wasn't even more annoying than the last one.